Well, we lost in war. What's shaking, guys? It's Feldy bringing in another Clash of Clans video, and today we have a really brutal war that we just fought, and we lost by 2. And I'm sure you guys all feel that defeat occasionally here. For a while there, we were actually doing fairly well with our Warlog. We won 3 in a row, and then we just hit this buzzsaw. Not very fun. I ended up spending something like 630 gems just to get my queen alive for my attacks. I ended up having a 3-star and then a 1-star, which, ironically enough, is exactly what happened with my dad. So look at this. My dad got a 3-star Joe. He's number 2 here. He got a 3-star on number 5 and then a 1-star on number 3. I got a 3-star on number 10 and then a 1-star on number 7. So what am I going to do? Of course, I am going to show you the mirror attacks that my dad and I made, and I'm going to show you exactly what we did. So here we go. Joe comes in. He has got some Electro Loons here on this Town Hall 12. Now, granted, he is a Town Hall 13. He is using max troops, but at the same time, we were outmatched anyway. So, okay, this one really doesn't even count. And keep in mind, we lost the war. So, again, being outmatched, yeah, I don't really feel too terribly bad that my dad crushed this base. Super amazing job by him. Look at this. Okay, so the 2 drags come in. They are definitely going to take out those balloons quick, but then they run into these E-drags, and boy oh boy, is that just ever a thing of beauty. I need to move my mic. Okay. I'm trying to move my mic off screen. Can I get it more off screen? I really can't without it falling down, but whatever. So you guys kind of hear a little bit of fussing with the mic. Okay, so he uses Grand Warden's ability on those E-drags right as the bomb goes off. He's got that late Stone Slammer, and sure enough, these E-drags are going right up against those little air guys. But look at this. The Grand Warden is getting that king. Grand Warden's going to go around. We got the queen coming in, the king for some cleanup down here. And sure enough, the Stone Slammer gets taken out by the Air D. Inside that Air D was the E-Drag and balloons. And sure enough, he sends in a mini Bat Wave, which... okay, like, that was okay, but he had this gigantic splash damage right there, which probably wasn't ideal, but the E-Drag is able to clean up that Expo, and the Queen Swag ability did not even have to use the poison or a freeze. Super awesome 3-star from my dad, and then he goes in and he gets a 1-star. Now, I'm telling you, I've got the exact same kind of philosophy that happened with mine. So you would think that this base would actually be slightly easy to attack. Same kind of strategy. It's obviously a ring base, so your troops are going to go around and round and round and round until you actually blast some kind of like opening to get to the next unit. But he ended up bringing a blimp, which is really smart because obviously when you've got all these units kind of clustered around and all these walls, you can easily drop that blimp, get to the town hall, drop it, and it will actually do a good bit of damage. So, and in theory, it should actually take it out. But let's find out what's actually inside the blimp when my dad drops it. So, we had taken down the Eagle. Super nice job. Things were going really well. Clan Castle troops come out. A couple of them die. A couple of them are still living. But the E-Drag kind of takes care of that. Look at this splash damage from the Blimp. Blimp's kind of going in. Blimp gets all... oh, so that's exactly why. So the Blimp ends up knocking out. Oh man! And then that air trap just gets that E-drag. E-drag can't get it, and that is game over. Now, if you ever have a blimp and you're going after a Town Hall 12 or Town Hall 13, you absolutely have to have balloons in there for the balloons to drop all the heavy artillery on that. Otherwise, you'll end up exactly how Joe's base an attack or Joe's attack did. He could have had a 2-star. Wouldn't have really mattered because we still would have lost by a star, which might have made it that much more painful. But yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Pace John's got his 3-star, and I'm gonna bring in a Stone Slammer up top. I've got my Ice Golems coming in to help take some of the tanking damage right off the bat, and hopefully freeze right off the bat as well, which it ends up doing. And voila, we've got our Clan Castle troops that were frozen right there. I'm sending in the bat. The thing I love about this attack is there's so many units spawned that you can't help but to have the units, the defenses, be overwhelmed, right? Like that's the point of this attack, is overwhelm the defenses and don't give them a way to actually get, your troops to actually die. Like you're gonna have a couple tanks, and then you're gonna have so many little tiny units like little skeletons. Look at all these little Larrys, that the troops, the single target troops, are going to actually just kind of be picked off, and you're trying to avoid all this splash damage from your skeletons and your bats, right? And that's basically what ended up happening was until one of the splash damages hit my bats, they were taking out the core of that base along with all the rest of my units, and then I just have such an overwhelming amount for this base, and it was really about getting into the core and making sure that that was possible. Now, watch my next attack, the 1-star attack that I had. I gotta go down and actually find it here. Okay, so then I have a 1-star attack, and all I needed to do was get one wall open in this core, and I would have had probably a 2-star, if not a 3-star. The other thing I should have done was probably not bring in a Stone Slammer. I should have brought in a Wall Wrecker. That way I would have guaranteed this little wall opening by the Eagle to open up. Instead, I was relying on my troops to actually crack open that, and because it's a ring base, guess what happens? You know it. Everything's walking around. Everything just keeps walking a freaking around the base. It's so annoying. It's absolutely one of the worst things that you can do as an attacker, is have that dreadful feeling of things are not going your way. So yeah, I had, there's that bat spell getting disseminated by the Wizard Tower, the splash damage, as I was talking about earlier. I thought my queen might have a chance to get in here and actually do some work, and sure enough, she's able to at least get that, but then all this damage, all that Tesla damage, just too much for the healers to handle. Had I been able to take out maybe one of those Expos earlier, I definitely would have survived, but the 2 Expos and the 2 Teslas were just too much for that queen, even though she was max for a Town Hall 11. So, really, really brutal. I thought it was going to be an actually really decent attack. These 2 Expos were his saving grace. I should have probably come in from the north instead of the west, but I thought maybe I can get rid of that Eagle quicker, and then, yeah, no. I should have just come in from the north like I had originally thought that I was going to, and then I was like, no, change of plans, I'm going to come in west, hit the Eagle, be done. At this point, I kind of knew, okay, there's definitely no way I'm getting the 3-star, definitely no way I'm getting a 2-star. I'm just going for percentage. Might as well hopefully take out a few extra buildings. Yeah. That's it, guys. I mean, that was brutal. So Ironically enough, my dad and I had mirrored war attacks, a 3-star and then a 1-star. So I hope you kind of enjoyed that little, father-son segment there. It's endearing to me, even though we lost the war. Yeah, we're going to keep honing our skills like we try to do here every day, and I hope that you guys are learning from attacks as well here, and you understand the minutia. One little decision that you make can absolutely change the landscape of your attacks. All right, guys, good luck in your wars, and I hope clan games are going well for you. I am definitely not going to max mine out. I am just doing the bare minimum, and I appreciate my clan for that because they have all done lots of maxing out, and we've got our rewards. But this cycle, I'm not really too excited about the rewards. So, hate to say that, but, it is what it is. I've got a whole bunch of other things I've been doing, trying to record videos every day, trying to get you guys the best content. Maybe, just maybe, I will have time to actually do some clan games at one point. So, alright guys, till next time, Feldy, peace.